very beginning of it. Will you tell everybody like why and why you got into this and why it's so important to your family?
When you were diagnosed, it was just shortly after Braden, my son, was diagnosed, and I immediately am drawn to anything that helps the greater good of any kind of crisis that people go through. So it was 2005 for him, year 2007.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What is it now? Yeah, 7.
Yeah, so it was still very new and very fresh and very real and just important to me to get involved.
There's so many things that, and we said just a minute ago, that adults can take, and there's processes that adults can go through that kids with brain tumors cannot because they're still growing. And so Braden was diagnosed when he was 21 months.
Yes.
And tell us about, what were the options? The doctors came in, here's what's going on. What were the options?
Our options were, the tumor was 8 centimeters, which was extremely big, the size of a small tangerine, I guess, is the best way to describe it. And he was too young for radiation. They felt like if they did radiation treatment that it would damage and cause brain damage, extreme damage. So we opted to do a complete and full craniotomy, which was a basic ear-to-ear open, skull out, brain open, 10-hour health surgery. It was 10 hours for him, and so they went in and dissected everything out and got the tumor out, and that's where we were at with that.
So he's 8 now.
He is 8 now.
And so talking about these long-term effects, surgery is the first step, but then there's all of these other steps that you have to go through, and some work and some don't, because everybody's different, every kid is different, and that's why they're trying to do the research to find out, is there another way we can use it? Is there another process by which we can go? Is there another way? And that's why this research is so important that you call us 1-866-975-CURE, C-U-R-E. So what do they say after the surgery?
After the surgery, this tumor, he's got craniopharyngioma, and it's considered a benign surgery, which basically for the simple person means no chemotherapy. It's not necessary to do chemotherapy on it. With that being said, it being a benign tumor, it's caused him 4 major medical issues that we have to take care of medically. Medicines, shots every day. He's on he's got 2 fairly serious conditions where one is called diabetes insipidus, and that is the kidney's inability to reserve water. So if he goes without a certain medication of his kidneys start producing urine, and that causes his sodium to rise, which will also in turn cause seizures, and within 24 hours he would probably be gone from us. So that's a big part of that for us, is constantly having that kind of medication on hand, in our purses, on our keychains, in the car, if he forgets to take his medicine. Another part of this medically for him is something called Addison's disease, which means he's corticosteroid dependent. And what that is because he doesn't have a pituitary gland, he doesn't have adrenal glands. And so our bodies, as most people, when we're in a stressful situation, whether it's fevers, throwing up, car accidents, broken bones, his body can't take the stress. And so he'll lose his blood pressure if I don't give him an emergency shot with, throwing up. If he throws up more than twice, we're going to Duke, and we're getting taken care of. Yeah. If he has fevers of, 102, we're going to do to get him taken care of. And
when you say taken care of, a lot of people think you go there, you see the ER doctor, and you turn around and you come back home.
No.
That's not what we were talking
about. No. So, very simply, flu season scares the crap out of us. Yeah. Because the stomach flu, this past winter was not bad for him, but the year before, the stomach flu and the swine flu that was going on put him in the hospital. He hallucinated, he got lethargic, carried to the car, and it's just just these medical pieces of this benign tumor.
Yeah.
And so many moms take for granted their healthy babies. Can you just explain to everybody that doesn't understand how it feels to be a mom with a baby that's sick and you have to go through all of these different treatments day after day?
It's absolutely the worst feeling. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking knowing that his life is not a typical life that his brothers will have, and he won't be able to drive, he won't be able to have kids, and it's a lot of, it's emotional, and then you find it within yourself to be strong and just keep going and get it done and do whatever you can to make him as happy and normal as possible.
So a lot of these things came from the tumor.
Yes.
Did some of these things come because of the medication that he had to take after, or was it because of the surgery, or was it going to happen regardless?
Everything medically with him is because of the tumor, the visual impairment, the pituitary gland being gone. All of that is because of the
When
tumor.
you say visual, is it because you say he's not going to be able to drive because he can't see?
Right.
Is he legally blind? Is it just so hard to see?
He's completely blind in the left eye because of the tumor, and has vision of 2300 in the right, which basically means he can see about 8 to 20 feet in front of him, depending on the size of what's going on and what's there.
How has that affected you guys as a family? Because he does have brothers and sisters.
He really questioned about a year or two ago, like, why do I have to get shots every day? Why do I have to take 10 pills a day? Why do I have to do this? And he has a twin, and he also has a brother that's a year younger, and they're no medicines, typically developing kids. And
Now,
so,
here's the crazy thing that you should understand when you're in the car right now. An identical twin,
fraternal.
fraternal?
They're
Okay.
fraternal.
Fraternal twin that is healthy, same womb, born the same day, and he's fine. And then you got Braden with all of these, and doctors have to this point no idea why. Why is, when you have a twin, we had another family come up in here today, identical twins, one with a brain tumor, one no brain tumor and healthy. Why does that happen? There are doctors that are trying to find that out right now. Maybe if you can find that out. Listen, we don't have a cure for cancer, period. But we definitely, in my opinion, what I've seen, pediatric brain tumors so well underfunded that people don't even, I don't want to say don't care, but they try
They
to
don't have the PR and stuff like breast
right.
cancer.
They have a hot, so we, the people that are into the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation, we have to determine how this money is going to be spent. You have to watch, just as your family. Hey, you only got this much money. We're going to make sure it's spent in the right way. We can't go out and be lavish this and lavish that. So you're our family, and we ask you to help us.